you had win in your grasp, but the last over turned it around. What's your feeling after the match?
Yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed absolutely with the loss today. I mean, it's a tie, but I feel like it's a loss for us. And the way we started our second innings, we and Bob especially, we had like a long, big partnership for 200 runs. And the last session, the 10 overs, we could have easily finished the game in like 48th or 49th over. So I mean, we gotta sit back and come back strong and make sure that we can't take the game easy and need to make sure that we finish the game.
At one time, you had second century on a row on the horizon, and you seemed like taking over with the match. So, what do you think was the turning point?
I think the turning point was my wicket and Stephen Taylor's wicket. If one of us would have batted till at least 45th or 46th over, the ball difference and would be, I think we would have finished it off at 48th over.
So you should have expected number 4, 5, 6 to finish the game, but they didn't. So, do you think that is lacking in your journey in League Two so far?
I think I would say lacking, but the, especially Rahul Jariwala is a new player and he's not that experienced. And I felt like we got a bit unlucky. Aaron Jones, which he tried to hit this shot, just went out straight to the fielder. So, but yeah, as you said, we need to make sure that we finish the game at least by almost 1 over or so.
Rahul Jarwal being in that situation as a teenager, very tough for him in just his third match. What do you say to him to keep his confidence from being dented after a situation like that?
I think he has plenty of shots. He could have played his shots, but he kind of panicked in some of his overs. So it was important for him to rotate the strike at the right time. And I think it's a learning process for him. And we'll have a talk with him. And I feel like we'll come back strong.
Stephen Taylor today becomes the all-time leading scorer in USA Limited Overs history, past Steve Messiah. He needed 108 runs today, he got 114, so it's a historic moment. I know it might be hard to appreciate after what happened on the final ball, but can you put into context? You batted alongside him for 200 runs today in that Mammoth partnership. You've been his teammate now for 4 years. What is Stephen Taylor's impact, not just in the current team, but in the context of U.S. cricket history?
I think we've been waiting for this century, this 100 since a long time, and he was due. And the way he batted today was a brilliant knock. The team should have win for him the way he batted today. And yeah, he's a special player for us, and we want him to play and score more centuries for the team.
I know it might feel like a long time ago now, but in the first innings, Nepal looked like they were going to go past 300, and the medium pacers did an incredible job. Rusty Tron with 4 wickets, but Ali Khan 2 wickets, and Saurabh Netravalkar, very underrated 2 wicket spell, very economical. The way that the medium pace bowlers rallied the team back in the field to spark that collapse, 7 for 31, the last 7 wickets fell for Nepal. How would you evaluate how they performed to put you in a situation where you could get as close as you did today?
I think the way they bowled between 35th to 50th over, they could have easily scored 300 plus runs, and they ended up scoring 275. Credit to them. They used the condition really well. It was reverse swinging, and they stick to the strength and plan, and they executed really well.
So you're playing tomorrow, and you've already beaten Oman. So what do you think after this? How much does this result affect your plan for tomorrow?
I think we have played really good cricket so far. So the result won't matter for us mentally. Obviously, we will be happy with the 2 points, but we'll be focusing on our strength, and players want us obviously to win, and definitely will come back stronger.
What is the turning point of this match?
I think it was important for us, either me or Stephen Taylor would have batted till the 45th or 46th over. The game could have easily been finished on 40th or 49th over. So I felt like the turning point was our wickets.
Just in terms of the fatigue, having fielded for 3.5 hours and then batting as long as you did out there, we saw what happened on Wednesday when you got fatigued in the conditions. It was even worse today in terms of the heat and humidity. Heat index, the real field was 107 degrees. How much did that impact the inability for you and Stephen Taylor to not stay to the end?
I think it didn't impact us. We both were mentally strong, and we've been discussing that if we bat till the 40th over, we've been scoring like 5 runs per over till the 40th over. So it didn't affect. Obviously, it affected like we were tired, but we didn't play any rag shot or anything. So yeah, it's important to be mentally strong during this situation.